Always recognize the UCs. Second, she has the temerity to actually go to trial, when rule number 2 is plead your case. Throw yourself on the mercy of the judge. Unless you have an exceptionally long string of convictions, you most likely will get sentenced to probation and a drug treatment program, and you can be back on the street that same night. You plead because there is basically no defense in these cases other than general denial. And who is the judge going to believe? An officer of the Metropolitan Police Department? Or a Vietnamese girl who happened to be on 14th Street at 2 o'clock in the morning in hot pants, a bikini top, and stilettos? Please. And my mother is watching me? I cannot wait for my cross-examination. I'm going to let this whore have it. I am now prosecuting a United States senator. After practicing on the District of Columbia's hookers, addicts, and assorted street thugs, I have graduated to the Department of Justice's Public Integrity Section. 3 years into it, I am assigned the biggest case of my career. Senator David Durenberger, Republican of Minnesota, has rigged an illegal scheme to get the government to pay his mortgage. By the time the FBI catches him, he has defrauded the taxpayers out of a few $1,000s. After 3 years of prosecuting public corruption cases, I'm not surprised that some big-time politicians are sleazes. The startling thing is how low their price is. We have charged the senator with multiple felonies. It's one of the most important prosecutions in the Justice Department. As a young lawyer, I'm lucky to be on the case. I am sure it didn't hurt that I am black. We indicted Durenberger in the District of Columbia, where the jurors are mainly African American. I'm only the second chair. The senior lawyer, a white guy, is just a few years older than I am, but has a lot more experience. As long as I get to do a nice opening or closing statement and a couple of juicy cross-examinations, I will be a happy camper. This is the kind of high-profile case that can make a lawyer's career. Life for this young prosecutor is sweet. Shortly before the Durenberger case is due to go to trial, I get arrested. Simple assault is the crime I'm accused of committing. There's nothing simple about simple assault. That was the joke made a few years before my arrest, as I was trained how to prosecute that crime by the misdemeanor section chief, who later directed my own prosecution. What I did not know then, what a man who makes his living putting people in prison cannot afford to believe, is that there is nothing simple about any accusation of crime. I had to learn that the hard way. Criminal justice is what happens after a complicated series of events has gone bad. It is the end result of failure. The failure of a group of people that sometimes includes, but is never limited to, the accused person. What I am not saying, prison should be abolished, people should not be held accountable for their actions. I don't believe that. I have locked up thugs I hope never see the light of day. I will never deny that society needs an official way to punish the bad guys. Otherwise, if somebody did the unthinkable, say, killed my loved one, I would kill him myself. The criminal justice system gives the state a monopoly on exercising that kind of retribution. It's legal hate. The problem with hate is that it's hard to contain. In the United States, the rush to punish is out of control. In addition to the violent creeps I put away, I sent hundreds of other people to prison who should not be there. Their incarceration only makes things worse, for them and especially for us on the outside. We would all be better off if I had lost those cases. We would be safer and more free. But I was too good a prosecutor to lose much, and then I got locked up myself. So all I'm saying is that the shit's complex. At the beginning of my trial, the trial in which I am cast in the lead role and someone else plays the prosecutor, the judge tells the jury, "This case arises from a dispute between two people about a parking space." Dramatic pause. Neither